All right, guys, so got caffeine. So this is the first time we're talking about half-life. Half-life is how long to be cut in half, which some of you probably know from your from chemistry. So we're talking about caffeine, and you start with 100 milligrams at noon. So each of the following describes how the amount of caffeine in the body some number of hours after consumption. So how many hours after consumption? So if the power is 1, that means it was cut in half one time, right? So that means that it's been 6 hours. Why? Because it takes 6 hours to be cut in half. If it was cut in half 3 times, right? 3 times it takes 6 hours each time, so that would have been 18 hours. 1/6, right? 1/6 times 6 hours, because a half-life is 6 hours, it's been 1 hour. So for power of t, it would be t times 1/6, so it would be 6t hours. Okay. 18, 6, 1, 6t. Because every half represents 6 hours because of our half-life. So our function G to represent the amount of caffeine left in the body each hours after it enters the bloodstream. Okay, so that means our power is going to be H over 6, because it's going to be 1/6 times H. So if we have 100, let's see, we're doing G of H, attending to precision. So we start with 100, and it's being cut in half, and it takes 6 hours to get cut in half. So we're going to have H over 6. Okay. This is something that's really big, that's new for you guys, this unit. So basically, don't let it get too confusing. If we have a power, right? So if it's 1/2 is our multiplier, and it's every 6 hours, then your power will be the H over 6, because that's 6 hours. Okay, and that's what we put in for the power. And it's because that it's not 1/2 every hour, that would be 1/2 to the power of H. It's every 6 hours, so it takes 6 of those, right, to actually make H, just doubling. The function F represents the amount of caffeine left in the body after T 6-hour periods, okay? So every T is a 6-hour period. So explain my G of 6 equals F of 1, okay? It's because this 1 is equal to 1 6-hour period. And G, that's H equals 6. So it's going to be 6 hours. Make this an hour. 1, 2. So that 1 is 1 6-hour period, because it's the T equals 1, and this is H equals 6, which is 6 hours. So both are representing 6 hours, just a little differently. So in these problems, you have to really, really, really be careful and really, really read carefully. Hopefully that made some sense to you. Just be careful with your time periods on these. All right, bye guys. That wasn't recording? Oh.